coming up. Wherever you look, it is the market forces which do it. Simple thing is, my simple observation is, if you want to fail the enterprises, depend upon the government. Simple. Where comes the government? The things fail. It is only the private enterprise through their own enterprise that they will succeed. So if there is a benefit in certain aspects, automatic control is there. Still, they have to operate under certain laws, and that those rules and regulations are there. But basically, it is the intermeshing of the interests of the producer, the supplier, and the consumer. If those interests are intermeshed, automatically. What about Nestle? You have seen along there how they have intermeshed their interests with the supplier of the milk. They go to them, they punish their schools, they punish their health, they provide extension service to them, then they impose their standards on them, and the best milk you get is the Nestle, and they are running profit since long is nothing. Where is the government there? Who controls that? So it is the market forces which control it. Provided we lay down the parameters, those parameters are provided, they automatically government will compensate. Now, about impatience. You know, if you have a farmer's market where the farmers alone are able to sell, which I said yesterday at time, the farmer will wait. But if you have the 100 ready walas around and you think the one farmer will come and he will sit there, one of the ready walas, he will not do it. There is certain level of ego and self-respect with the farmer, which he cannot lose. Therefore, he unloads his product and goes. So if there is a farmer's market, where only the farmers operate, they started in the beginning, then it will operate. But that we failed on this. I know when we started, we gave them some training, that pack it in 1 kilo, half a kilo, and then as the farmer, if somebody comes, you do it. They were in Model Town, they were market, first they came to I went there. You know, this is the Kia story. I thought I wanted to see how the farmer reacted. So then I took up one and I broke it. He said, "Ji, you know, thodo." Then I asked him, I said, "Dekh, ye kite hunda na, ithe dusra baniya. मैं थोड़ी एक ओन तोड़ लेनी थी, क्या देखो जी कितनी कच्ची है, कि मैंने ही तोड़ देनी थी, मैं क्या इतना नहीं बिजनेस चल रही. But nobody gave them that insight into the marketing process. So you are right, we have not given a training, we have not provided an environment where the farmer can come. It's not simple patience of few minutes. He can sit the whole day, provided you have the environment where they are conducive to his living.
And transparency in the system. Very rightly pointed out 3-4 points during your talk with respect to inefficiency of the system, corruption creeping in the system, and threat of invasion of our products from the foreign market. So I'll elaborate my more question with respect to the regulation of the prices. On one side, we have a biggest challenge with respect to the demand and supply. As far as there are two kind of categories to my understanding. One are kind of called conspicuous products. One is the basic essentials. Conspicuous products are kind of products like Coke, Pepsi, chocolate, toffees, etc. without which I can live. But the basic essentialities in the talk of the dals or your refined oil, on which there is a lot of trading that is happening every day. We have a commodity market. Every day, in thousands of crores of rupees that are being traded. So the regulation of prices, my question is very confined to the regulation of prices of the basic essentialities. With this FDI coming into the retail, is it not a threat that the regulation of prices will be regulated by just a speculation or will be inflated by a speculation? If a moong ki dal, which should cost around 30 or 35 rupees per kg, that is costing around 100 rupees per kg. A poor rickshaw puller who works hard for the entire day, he doesn't know what is commodity. Maybe 15 or 20% odd people are actually trading in this market, and 80% are just getting affected by the higher prices of a moong ki dal.
What is your question?
My question is simply like for the regulation of prices, like what are the policy provisions for the regulation of prices, because this is not the demand or supply for the basic essentialities that are actually inflating the prices of these products. It is not a biggest challenge, because as Indians we have got that in our quality in us, like for the economies of scale, like Reliance or Bharti, when they came up as a retail, all the economies of scale they brought in kind of commitment that they will grow on their own land, they will sell off their own pulses, own fruit, vegetables, etc. The economies of scale is not a big challenge. I will have more example, like the challenge of having a boot, bought and build kind of a system which we have in India. We are happy that we have got at least roads, because government was not having that much money to build that infrastructure. But where is the transparency? If one has to go to Jalandhar, he has to pay 154 rupees by going by a car. What is the transparency? What was the cost of a project? And what is the actual money that has been spent on that project? So these are the certain questions in the transparency in the system, because there is no website that can detail out what was the expected expenditure and what is actually spent. That is okay.
Okay, it is not one question here, right? That is supposed to level out the price from the flush season to the lean period through context, physical context. But when you get into speculation, then in that case, it becomes not beneficial for that person. You deviate from that one. Unfortunately, we do not have a system wherein we study first and then apply the brakes. For example, when the wheat trading was stopped, there was not even one grain traded in the commodity market. They stopped export, not everything to one. So, principally, those are supposed to be leveling out the prices throughout the season. But when it comes to speculation, it creates a problem. Now, you talk of the pulses. I don't know how you have calculated the 30 rupees a kilo or not. I don't know. Because the cost of production, I think, is very different. But India is short in supply. When I submitted a report in 2002, at that time, the situation is not different now, it's more escalated. We were reporting 14,000 crores worth of oilseeds and pulses at that time. And we were exporting, within 5 years, we had exported 23 million tons of food grains. 35 million tons of food grains. Out of it, 23 was the rice and 1 was the wheat. Then immediately we said, no, we are a shortage. Next year we imported 5 million tons of wheat. So it's a policy, management policy which is creating a problem. What I suggested at that time in my diversity report, you stop producing rice on 1 million hectares of land, which would amount to about 4 million tons of rice which you are exporting. Instead, produce the oilseeds and pulses, give the farmer incentive, you reduce your bill on the imports. That was taken in principle, but there was no bureaucracy, it was against it. Political processing was not there. So as a result, the system failed. Actually, I went up to the food ministry, I went up to the finance ministry, money was released to the agriculture ministry, and unfortunately I was out of the country, and after that, our bureaucrats, they made it fail altogether. Management policy, and for every commodity, the management policy is different. We are a wasting economy in that simple way. You have seen how much grains are getting wasted. 80 million tons of food is with you, and you don't know what to do with them. On the other side, you have the pulses and oilseeds which are shooting high, and you don't have that. Then comes the corruption. Can you imagine in 10 years, up to 2012, in UP, one political mafia led by one MLA, he cornered grains meant for the distribution system, public distribution system, worth $14 billion. And that was diverted to Calcutta market and was diverted to Nepal and didn't reach the consumer. In UP alone, and there is a World Bank study which says that only 41% of the food grains are rational commodity given to for the poor. They are actually delivered 60% is pilfered on the way. And Punjab tops, here 90% of the food grains, they are sold directly to the market, or 10% more. So this is how the prices are increasing. You know, so there is a mafia, there is a corruption, there is a mismanagement. We are not sure. In one of the lectures, I produced the facts that if you compare to 1951, today we have 2.5 times the higher per capita available of food grains. Except pulses, all food grains are 2.5 times per capita available. Then on protected foods, on milk, on eggs, on fruits, everywhere we are 6 to 7 times the produce we had that time. When per capita availability has increased, why the prices should increase? It's a mismanagement. And I think we need to go a very long way to put these corrections in the market to benefit the consumer. And I don't know how to go about under the present system where the political bosses don't listen and they don't have the priority on this.
Increase in rate of interest to control inflation. Even yesterday, Mr. Pradeep Chaudhary said that 10 increases have not been able to do it. Is that the right way in the present circumstances when we are not that pre-1990 that it was an enclosed thing? Out of 30 items for inflation, how many are same as they are across the border all over the world? How can our increasing rate of interest on 1% of the world economy control the inflation?
Yes, actually, to my analysis, the Reserve Bank, to be very reserved, operates on the 50% of the economy of this country. 50% is not in their control. मैं reserve भी करें. You know here, you buy a property, shop, land, then business. How much is the registration? Not more than 30% in any case. 70% is the black money floating around. In the country, at least 50% is the black money. We are talking of the money stashed outside. If we control our own uncontrolled money, that is more than enough to correct the situation. The Reserve Bank operates on only 50% of the economy. They are increasing the rate, they are decreasing the rate. Does not affect the inflation. When they increase the rate, when the CRR is increased, in that sense they draw money, illegal money they draw from the market. And that becomes costly to the enterprise. You see? So that is not going to control. The inflation is not due to this illegal money. Inflation is due to the illegal money which is floating around, which we are not able to control. And that's where India is leading in this case. Maybe the other countries are not having that way. We cry around, money stashed, bring it back, bring it back. Why don't you get this money channeled in the right way? And there are possibilities to it. There are ways to do it. But those who do it, they themselves they have that money. Some